Into the garden bumbled a bee. She zigzagged through flowers and blooms of our tree. She tumbled, she buzzed, she rolled, and she fluttered, gathering a powder the color of butter. When Accord came to us to do a book about bees, our thought was that we wanted to make a real emotional connection between people and bees. And so we thought of the story where there was a bee interacting with a boy, one in which he had to overcome his fear and actually understand bees. And we thought that that would be a really good way to tell people what bees do and why they're good.
Bees are a really important part of our world and play a huge role in our world. And so we wanted to introduce kids to that while still having, a story that they would just like to read because it's a fun story. If it weren't for us bees, why, the plants would be gone. No more peaches, no cherries, no trees to climb on. There'd be no more apples, no flowers to smell. Still, you humans decide you don't like us that well.
Well, in the story of Being Me, there's such a wide range of emotions, everything from fear and helplessness to happiness and relief. And I really wanted to get those emotions across in the illustrations in a way that could speak to children. There's one spread in the story in particular that is my favorite, and it's a scene of the boy hiding behind the door. I think this image is something that can really resonate with a lot of people. Whether you're an adult or a child, I think you've always been afraid of something, but after that initial fear, I think you become curious and you want to learn why are you afraid. And it's through that knowledge of learning why you're afraid that you don't become afraid anymore. And that's what Being Me is all about. I've always loved animation and always wanted to try my hand at it. And this was a great opportunity to do so. The process is basically traditional animation, but then it's taking that a little step further. It's putting it onto a computer and adapting it for a book. After I was presented with the story of Being Me, we went over spread by spread what we could illustrate. We had to keep in mind that there were animations as well being incorporated into the spreads.
We're good for much more than just honey, you see. We bees help the flowers, the bushes, and trees. We gather their pollen and spread it around. The only way to keep them growing, we found. There's a pretty important environmental message that we're trying to get across. Bees are disappearing, and the impact of what bees have in the world is pretty significant. I really hope that kids understand how important bees are. We have a section in the back that tells about what bees do, and I think in doing the book there were a lot of things that I learned about what bees do that I had no idea how important they are.
Then I opened the window and she flew away. "See you soon," said Bee, and got on with her day.